after fight.
Yo, what is up guys, it's that boy Squid, come back at you guys with a brand new video. Today's going to be an exciting one, honestly. I'm a little bit late on it though. I should have had it out a little bit like earlier. It's going to be a tier list on what I think is going to be the top 5 meta decks and the top 5 rogue decks of the July 2021 format in Yu-Gi-Oh! We actually just had our own ban list like about a week ago, about 7 days ago, and a couple of the top contender decks in the past format got kind of slaughtered. A couple of them got hit a little bit more worse than the others. Namely, it was just the top 3. It was Dragon Link, which got LP completely banned. So LP's dead. Striker Dragon is actually to 1. Which is kind of a problem, because if you do get hit on Striker Dragon, you can't just, go into another one on the next turn. It's a very fragile system now, and honestly, it's going to be extremely hard to get more dragons out from the main deck onto the board, since well, LP is gone. It's dead. It's with aggro pain, like it's gone. But so that's one of the decks. One of the other decks that actually did get hit was Dinos. Miscellaneous went to 1, which, I mean, isn't really that bad, but its consistency is more hurt, if anything, because it doesn't have it doesn't have 3 copies now. So now, if it really does want protection, it actually has to search it out instead of actually just opening it, and then you get free protection. So that's that. The other deck that actually did get hit was Zodiac. Now, Zodiac, I don't really think it got hit that bad. The only thing that actually got hit was Trident to 1. Now, that's actually really not that bad when you think of the fact that they have Divine AA Zeus. I know, yeah, Trident is a free pop, it's literally, you have any Zodiac monster is a free pop. I know that's pretty strong. But you got to realize that, nowadays, honestly, I don't really think that, a free pop is going to be, that huge. So, they still have Divine, Zeus. They can still get mixed with the Eldritch engine. So, I don't know. I don't really think that it got hit, that bad. I really think that, if anything, Dragon Link actually got hit the most. But other than that, really, honestly, that's pretty much it as far as the things that actually did get hit. Now, onto the things that actually got released into the game. Pendulum support is it's crazy right now. Skullcrat Joker actually got released to 1, and then Double Iris Magician got released to 2. So, obviously, Konami is trying to make a little bit more of a move for Pendulums, because, they've been behind cages for years now. I'm talking for at least 3-4 years, ever since the Link system got put into place, MR4. But other than that, the only thing that actually did get released more into the game is probably the most impactful thing that I'm going to be talking about in this video, which is Sky Striker Engage to 1, and then Salomon Great Mirage Salio to 1 as well too. So both of the very necessary key cards for those 2 decks got released back into the game, and now they are seeing play like no other. Solids are literally back into the game. They are honestly, they are taking control. They're doing a very good job now. And then Sky Strikers are also getting onto that bandwagon, and people are starting to play Sky Strikers more. Trying to fill it out. And honestly, they're both really good decks right now, honestly. So, let's just go ahead and get straight right into it. The top 5 meta decks of July 2021. Now, first, I want to go ahead and kind of I have a little bit of a list here. I would bring it up, but my software has just been on the fritz lately. I have no idea why, so I don't know. But let's just go ahead and get straight right into it. Honestly, so the first deck I think is going to be meta in this format is going to be Sky Star. Not Sky Stars. Oh gosh, I was a little bit. Well, I don't know. I honestly think it's going to be Salomon Great. I think Salomon Great is going to be one of the biggest meta contenders for this format. I think its recursability if that's even a word, I think it's able to do the grind game and do it like just like any other deck, and then also it can go for OTKs. Like I mean, it's literally it still has update jammer and then access code, so it is just it's insane right now. It's doing a very good job at that. I think that's going to be the top meta deck of the July 2021 format. I think the next one on the list is going to be Sky Striker. I think it's going to be a toss-up between Sky Striker and Tri Brigade. I feel like Tri Brigade did not get hit at all, so you can still play Tri Brigade. You still have the combo like that you did last format. Literally nothing got hit on Tri Brigade, so that's pretty good if you're a fan of those. Sky Strikers I think are going to be pretty good. Believe it or not, I think because engages at 1 and Salmon Great, I mean Mirage Stallion, like Salmon Great was actually doing pretty good without Mirage Stallion. Mirage Stallion just included just makes it that much better. But I think just having Mirage Stallion, I think Salmon Great it can actually do a little bit better than Sky Strikers. I think Sky Strikers, I think one engage really, I mean, I think it's helpful, but I don't think it's enough to kind of help them like really be big. So, I mean, but only time will tell. So, I think the next one is actually going to be Zodiacs. Now, I think Zodiacs, I didn't really feel like they were like super. I mean, yes, they were a meta deck in the last format, but I feel like with the inclusion of these other decks, I feel like they're gonna like lose support. I don't know. I just have it in my gut. Obviously, they're Divine Divine AA Zeus Turbo, so that's obviously a thing to be pretty fearful. And then also, if you include Eldritch in it, I mean that's like something as well too. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're up there, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like people might lose support for them. I think the very last one though on the list for the top 5 meta decks of the of this format is going to be Drytron. Drytron is actually getting new support, believe it or not. Konami actually just released, as of today, Konami actually just pre-released Earth's Arctic / Drytron support. So like I think they have like a lore together or something like that. But yeah, so now the cards that they just released, I think they released Special Summon from deck or something. They released a fusion. It's like 3 cards, but all 3 cards support both Earth's Arctics and Drytrons as well. So that's kind of something to look out for. They also have their 1 card combo still with Diviner of the Heralds. So I mean that's still pretty good. And also they still in on Ultimateness, which is still pretty big. I mean if you're going against an Ultimateness, odds are you're probably not even going to have a turn with Eva gaining back a starter card as well as another negate. So it's just something to kind of look out for as far as Drytrons. Now, on to the top 5 road decks of the July 2021 format. I feel like the road decks are honestly going to be a little bit more spicier than the meta decks. I feel like our community in Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of sleeps on some of the road decks. So, going into the road decks, I feel like the top one is obviously going to be Dinos. I really do think that Miscellaneous to 1, it does hurt the deck a lot, but it doesn't hurt it so much to where it just kills the deck. It's like Konami putting Dinos on a leash, trying to see how it does, and if it keeps on doing pretty good, then obviously Miscellaneous Source is going to go back to being banned a second time around. So really, honestly, Miscellaneous was, I think, whoever created it was just like, yo, let's create a hand trap that literally says, like, you can screw off opponent. Like, there's not going to be any interaction right here. So you can just forget about that. I don't know what they were smoking, but it's just... but yeah, I do think that Dons are going to be probably the top rogue deck of this format. I think the next rogue deck is actually going to be Altergeist. Now, I feel like with Altergeist, the thing is with it is that it has a slower grind game than some of the other decks that we have. You guys have seen before in the past that Eldritch like outgrinds Altergeist on any day of the week. So that's kind of something to kind of take into effect when you're thinking of Altergeist. It is a slower deck, but if you are unprepared or don't know Altergeist, at least by this time, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you still don't, Altergeist really can take wins from you. It is really powerful. If you let it get steam, it will just trample you into the dirt. I think the next one is going to be Virtual World. I think Virtual World, it's an okay deck. I I was surprised that it actually became meta when it did. Honestly, it bricks more than I would imagine a meta deck too. I think it has a very right place being a rogue deck, but I just still feel like it's still bricky. I mean, honestly, it's so bricky that I mean Konami didn't even mess with it. Like literally, they didn't even have to do anything to Virtual World, and then Virtual World just kind of went off the map. So I don't really think it's like that good. So kind of something to think about. So I think the next deck is actually going to be Prank Kids. Now, this is a very hot take, by the way. This whole video is a hot take, so just so you know. But like Prank Kids, I feel like are very heavily slept on. I feel like they honestly can take wins, believe it or not. And honestly, they have a lot of tools under their arsenal. They can go into Battle Butler, which is like really good. They can also go into some of the other links that they have, like in case they want to get rid of spells and traps and that kind of sort. Honestly, they can also make well, I mean, obviously some builds also include Dragoon. So I mean, if you're really thinking, hey, I need another boss monster, that's something to kind of take into effect when you're thinking about making Prank Kids. It also has its own one card combo. Now, back in the past, before they even got Meow Meow, it actually kind of struggled with having a one card combo. You'd need multiple cards to kind of get going, and that was always a problem with Prank Kids, is that it needed multiple cards. Nowadays, you actually have Meow Meow, so it literally helps you immensely. I cannot tell you how much it. I mean, it helps it on both it giving Prank Kids an attribute as well as a one card combo. So you can also like banish it from the grave. So I mean, like the whole thing is just amazing. Konami did a very good job at it. I mean, congrats to that. I think the next thing is going to be Adignisters. So Adignisters actually just got its Link 1 into the game, and which helps it a lot. I mean, Link 1s for any deck are usually a very good thing. I mean, my god, look at Link Ross. I mean, Link Ross literally got you pluses. I think it is going to do a very good job if people keep, trying to improve the deck, but, also time will tell on that as well, too. So I haven't really been seeing anything happen from Adignisters. I mean, I know its biggest boss monster, a rival Adignister, is pretty good, but like, I mean, I don't know. I have some mixed feelings over that. I feel like it's all right. I feel like it's a 5 out of 10 at best. But hopefully you guys liked my opinions on the top 5 meta decks and the top 5 rogue decks of the July 2021 format. If you guys really did like it, make sure to go ahead and subscribe and give me a like to kind of show me support. Also, though, hold up, whoa! This ain't even in the video, bro. Hey, come back, all right. Hey, come on. Alright, so I also host tournaments on the side too. So if you're a competitive player and you want to earn literally free cash, this is free money. All of my tournaments that I host are free to enter. You actually get cash prize money. Last month's tournament was a $30 cash prize tournament. It was free to enter. The winner was Burning Abyss. It actually, I featured their deck on my channel. I'll probably have a card up on the video if you want to go ahead and check that video out. But they did a very good job. They won $30. If you also want to win $30, the next tournament is actually going to be happening in a couple days. So you only have a little bit more time left to go ahead and join up. But if you do want to go ahead and join up, the Discord link is actually down in the description box. So, make sure to go ahead and open that up. Check that out for yourself to go ahead and kind of join. That's where you're going to find all the tournament information if you want to go ahead and just win some free cash. But it's completely free to enter. You get $30 if you win first place. And I also added a second place prize. So you're going to get like $12, if you enter. If you enter and get second place. But that's going to be pretty much the gist of the video. Hopefully you guys liked it. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.